Hey everybody, so Bobby Wolfe had a very eye-opening interview with DeAndre Adams, who happens to be Corey Feldman's ex-bodyguard. This interview shed some light into the life of Corey Feldman. He did this in a two-part series, so let's go ahead and take a look at part one.
When did you first meet and or work with Corey Feldman?
1991, fresh out of the military. I came back from Mississippi from Panama to LA. And I first off my hometown, Pomona. I went to school where I grew up at until my 8th grade, 9th grade year. I moved back to Mississippi where I was raised and went to school. Got some of my college and my military. I came back at a club called Acapulco. Corey shows up at this club way out in the middle of Montclair, which is like an hour from LA, which I don't know what the hell was a Hollywood star like him doing in a ravishing shithole like, Montclair. Not saying Montclair is a bad city, but what was he doing in a family restaurant? But it was ran by the Mexican Mafia. HEC gangsters ran the club before I took over my team and cleaned it up. It took me 2 years to clean it up. He came in one night when I got the place to be clean, looking for some drugs. And I know he was.
So it sounds like DeAndre Adams and Corey Feldman met around 1991 when Corey Feldman entered a club that DeAndre worked in. And it sounds like it's quite possible that Corey Feldman entered this club in 1991 well after Corey had said that he was clean to look for drugs. Let's continue on.
That Corey Feldman do some goonies? I said, no, why we out here, man? I'm like, not really. I never seen all the movies on he threw. So I wasn't a big Corey Feldman fan. Still haven't seen all the Corey he threw. After all these years. I mean, I worked on 2 and 3, but I haven't seen none of them. So I met him in 91, and he offered me a job because I was going to work for him the rest of history. I never looked back after I left in 91 back to the Valley until I recently came back here, started my life, a couple of girlfriends, marriage, and now I'm here,
So what?
It was interesting.
So what did you actually do for him? What was your?
I was in security. I was
head of security.
Which I didn't know what he needed for, but every celebrity who would have a life better than that. What you need security for, man? I was a skinny dude, military. I wasn't that big then. I got bigger as I just grew. I was getting my weight, eating big stuff, and before I knew it, I was at 6'4", 250, and I was like, I'm forced to recommend. All of a sudden, the word gets out that, Corey will rock me on red carpet. We'll have this bodyguard Dre.
So, as you can tell from this interview, DeAndre Adams was Corey Feldman's former bodyguard. And due to him having access to the life of Corey Feldman, he is able to give us some insight into some of the questions we've had regarding Corey Feldman, as well as Corey Haim, that we will hear here in this interview.
Well, celebrities are seeing me in places, and like my demeanor. I know Will Smith came calling in 94. The rest is history. All the bigger names came after him.
By the way,
repeat
for everyone when I said, would you mind talking about Corey Feldman? What did you say exactly? If it comes to talking about Corey Feldman?
Yes. Hell to the yes when it comes to Corey Feldman.
Okay.
Hell to the yes.
Okay.
That ain't no problem. I love his family. I love his brother Devin, who was a police officer for the airport police, LA airport police, LAX, and his brother Eden and Mindy and all of them. I love them, their family, but they even have problems with their own brothers. I mean, his brothers are always, he's a gank, and his own brother said about it. Because he just what he was. I think he sold his own family out with this book. He did.
So this is interesting. You just heard DeAndre Adams say that he believes that Corey Feldman sold his own family out for his book choreography. So with that being said, as I have said in many videos and I have said many times, What makes people think that Corey Feldman would not start all of these different fundraisers just to gain money from people that he doesn't know? If he will take money from people he has promised it to, such as people who have worked for him, what makes you think he wouldn't take money from strangers and not think twice about it when he goes and spends it on other things than what he's promised?
He could be accused his mother of all these things, and for a man to be considered just pedophiles of Hollywood, I think being careful what you say. I tell everybody, think very good and very well when you start talking, because your words could be the worst ninja sword possible ever.
Right.
It's like your tongue is like a ninja sword. You say the wrong thing, it can be detrimental. It can be disastrous. And there's no coming back once you say it. And I told Corey, before you write this book, get your facts. Because the first book was a non-edited. He has some very powerful names in Hollywood there. And we all know the MJ and people you like the Charlie Sheen. He has some interesting names there. Then all of a sudden, I got accused of stealing the book for my own propaganda. I said, dude, I'm your best friend. What's supposed to see a book for? I've seen it 13 times. You leave the book out on the table when we have got over. Anybody's going to take that same copy and take pictures of pages of the real name, and you change it with the edited version, and all of a sudden, Charlie Sheen makes Corey Haim. Never happened. And I was there.
So Corey Feldman accused DeAndre Adams himself of trying to steal his book for his own propaganda. And he said that he did have those powerful names in there, such as Charlie Sheen. And here is where the allegation of Charlie Sheen raping Corey Haim came in. And DeAndre Adams has charged that this never happened. Corey Haim was never raped by Charlie Sheen.
Like when he went over there, Corey Haim never mentioned, I know my recollection, that he wanted Corey to do his life story. Why would a man tell another man, do my life story if I die?
I mean, I believe he said that he took him alone, and that's when all this happened. You never witnessed that.
He took him along my ass. He never took Corey in a room and it was what Corey say, oh man.
So Corey Feldman has said a number of times that he was taken outside by Corey Haim to be asked if he would write his life story or tell his life story should something happen to Corey Haim. Judy Haim herself has said this conversation never happened. Now DeAndre Adams is backing that story and saying that this conversation never happened, that Corey Feldman was never asked to write the story nor tell the story of Corey Haim's life or who he was molested by.
I died, man, just makes you do my story. Why? So you can destroy his man's legacy and everything. The day he died, I went with my girlfriend at the time. We went over to visit Judy. Saturday, we were supposed to have dinner that night, the day he died. Me and Corey were supposed to have dinner, me and Corey Haim. And he called me on Wednesday night and said, dude, big guy. He called me big guy. We come on for Thursday. Yeah. I said, I'll swing by and let me know what time. If I can bring my girl with me and do what new chick I want to take with us. And she said, yeah, we do. We do. I'll go hang out. So next morning, 7 in the morning, on TV, Mr. Corey Haim passed away, complication of unknown right now. First thing when Corey's mom was drugs, I was working at the time with James, Lights Out Tony, Bodyguard James, the 14th heavyweight champ, middleweight champ. He says, man, you go to your friend. Your friend needs you right now. Don't worry about it. We're not training for a fight right now. We just, take a couple of days. And so I go with Corey, work with Corey. Corey runs over to Larry King. And now it's time to steal a spotlight from Corey Haim. It's time to go and do all the stuff with Larry King. So we go to the house first, which the Oakwoods back in the day before he changed it over to another name now. We go by the house. And I take my girlfriend with me. She goes with me. I'm pretty distraught. I'm pretty pissed off. I wasn't bad state, Bobby. I couldn't speak of it. I was just shocked. Like, wow, But I know when God's ready for you, God's ready for you. Nothing you can do about that. So we get there. So what would you take it? I said, dude, how about, sorry for my condolences, Julie, give her a hug. What happened? Now, what would you take it?
This is just so sad. So Corey Haim, the morning or the day that he passed away, the day after, I should say, Corey Feldman was worried about getting on Larry King and getting the spotlight on him rather than Corey Haim. Yet he charges and says stuff about the Oscars skipping Corey Haim, which is not right. However, Corey Feldman is just worried about getting the spotlight on him as well. And then they proceed to go over to Judy's house, where Corey Feldman starts to just ask hurtful questions to Judy about what Corey was taking, rather than just hugging her and giving his condolences. Instead, it sounds like he once again went on the attack with Judy.
And she just lost her son $3 prior in her hand, and she was battling chemo cancer, just surviving that. I know how she's going through. I'm a throat cancer survivor, so I know dang well how she felt. You know, be weak like that, then hear some idiot come in and say, so what was it? And my girlfriend, he just died. She said, what an asshole. She go outside. What a dick. I said, did you hear that? I said, yes. And even neighbors like, what the fuck is this kid? Oh, that's Corey Feldman, fucking drug guy. And they gonna look at him and tell him he's a drug. They gonna look at Corey because he's a drug. You know, and you always say you don't do certain drugs, Bobby. Come on now.
And that was when he was allegedly clean.
Yeah, come on now. I mean, you can look at Corey. He smoked this weed.
Pretty interesting to hear this. Corey Feldman, who has tried to say for years now that he has been clean, is being accused of being on drugs himself. He could just be looked at, as DeAndre said, and you could tell that he was on something while he is sitting here trying to say that he has been clean.
He got skipped for illegal. So what do you call it? Is weed not considered a drug?
Right.
You still can go to jail if you drive high. It's illegal now, but you go get the car and drive high. You're going to jail. It's going to be still penalty. So don't tell the world that you're not. Just tell the world, yeah, I smoke a little clinical marijuana. Just be real. The world will accept you better. Oh yeah, I'm all for the children. Blah blah this and. He go to children's hospital and did some good things. He did a lot of terrible things he did. And the kids and the fans really adore him. But me as a bodyguard, I'm not telling his dirt because I'm still a bodyguard. Still, I'm not going to ruin my career behind telling all my book. I'll tell you more once I retire, which will be the later part of this year. I'm just letting you know right now, for the record, that what's in the dark always comes to light. And then what happens? Louisiana comes. The weed chart. There you go. We don't have an answer. Corey Feldman didn't go because...
So here DeAndre is talking about Louisiana, which just recently happened when Corey Feldman's tour bus was pulled over and he was arrested on what is to be believed is drug charges. Of course, he says that it's all been cleared up and that's not what was going on. It was medical marijuana. Of course, others have said that that's not the case. And we have heard testimony from people that were around him and near him that there was more to the story than that. And here you're going to hear DeAndre talk more about that.
My driver's license problem. Corey Feldman, because he was flying, he probably was on some good old-fashioned stuff. Who knows? But it's not a cop that I'm stupid. They deal with that every single day. I'm from the South. I know. Louisiana. They catch you. State troopers, they're trained to catch people who are smuggling drugs in motorhomes. That's why they just put them over also. For speculation. So I don't know what he think in the world. My cousin state trooper, Michigan state trooper. They are trained to, most of the units have a sniff dog in the South to look for their speed trap for miles. 4-lane highways. One highway is Highway 73 going to Indiana. You go to the highway, they will catch you. That's a drug trafficking highway. When you don't see anybody on Interstate 73 in Indiana, it's because it's a drug trafficking trap highway.
Right.
When the cops see one car on there, they pull that car over. So Corey was somewhere, the cops figured, in the car reeked of marijuana. Who was smoking it? You blame your angels? I guarantee you to smell his clothes, he was vice president all on him.
Right.
So he claims he thinks all the other drugs, like the Molly and stuff, he was around it a lot. I would never see him do it. It's he did do it, he's ran it all the time. They were delivered to friends at the house. So I know he was getting delivered to the house. So I don't know why he got like.
So that's interesting. Corey Feldman, once again, he says he is clean, but he is allowing drugs to be delivered to his house. What person that has been around drugs in the past and is trying to stay clean would allow drugs to be delivered to their home if they're not partaking in the drug activity?
It wasn't being delivered over there. And when you go behind closed doors, who knows who's doing something.
And this is, again, this is during the clean period, right?
Yeah, all these years. He was telling everybody, you clean. I said, dude, really? I said, well, why you got people, you clean, why is folks at your house doing this shit then? You would allow your house, you got a son. You don't allow things when you got a son in your house. You don't do that. Then you're going to attack this Corey Haim.
You do not allow drugs in the house if you have a son. So again, he's saying that he is clean. However, he's allowing these drugs in his house. So even if he is not the one who is partaking in these drugs, he is allowing them in his home.
Don't attack a man that's dead and can't defend himself. I told him that before we broke our friendship up. He accused me of writing bad checks in his account. And you know, he accused me of forging his name. He told all my friends, raised a crook, FBI gonna get him. I'm not in jail yet. Corey Feldman wrote me 3 bad checks. And he was always known to write bad checks because he had to survive his kids without making no money. When he did make money, he went on spending on chicks. He wasn't paying his bills. He told me outstanding gas bill, $4,000. When our other roommate, a good friend of mine who lives in Oklahoma, was white, I don't know if he said his name.
Did you just hear that? Corey Feldman owes other people money, not just his ex-angels, but he owes other people money. He is stiffing other people, as he says he's not doing that ex-angels have been fired for inappropriate behavior. Yet here is somebody else who is not even in his band, but is a former bodyguard who now Corey Feldman also owes money to.
$8,000 on his electric bill that Corey man put in our names. He was running the water for the heat pool in 101 degrees every single day when it was 100 degrees outside. I said, Corey, what are you doing, dude? You're killing my gas bill. And I had to pay that. I wasn't going to pay to live in your house. The bodyguard's going to pay to live with you. You live with me, my job is to live with you rent-free and do what I have to do to take care of me if I'm taking care of you and your family. That was my job. But he would never let me do my job. So he would get up until 1 or 2 in the morning, afternoon. I would take dinner for him. He was more like my child, anything. But I can't take that from him. He was a good dad. Yeah, he is a good dad. But the people he bring in his life, that woman called a wife, Courtney, whatever. She's my road dog until he lied on me one night and told Corey, I told her to leave him. So Corey said, get out of my house now. I thought I'm not going nowhere. So I grabbed Corey and slammed him against the wall. Motherfucker, I know too much dirt in a raggedy ass to go anywhere. I'm not going nowhere. I asked her to go, but you won't believe some chick over your friend you've been on 15 years. So girl you just met, who's here illegal, you married her before Trump got a chance to send her back. That's why you married her. You know what he loves to do. She's the female pimp to get the girl.
So he has just talked about Courtney and how she is a female pimp that gets the girls. He's going to go on to talk about the parties here in Corey Feldman's house, as well as the his way of trying to act like Hugh Hefner. I've said that before. Corey Feldman wants to and tries to be Hugh Hefner by being surrounded by these girls, even his angels. And now DeAndre is going to tell us a little bit more about that.
That's exactly what she is, Courtney.
Have you actually seen it, by the way? Have you actually, like, you have, you know, you can say...
See him on the wild party? Oh, we did it. That was almost every night, almost. Only night when he had his boy. When he had his boy, it was bucking out. He had his fun, and he still does it now. People at Vice magazine went undercover over there and got pictures of his wild ass party. He really thought he was Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he thought he was Hugh Hefner. I don't know what the hell that was about, but he did. So, I just say, well, the world is what it is, and I just think he needs to stop doing what he's doing. I go through enough in my life. He never paid me what I was worth. $100 a measly day, but never paid to nobody. I just know that Corey Feldman was a great father. He is still a great father. I've been around him.
But
I don't know what kind of husband he may be, but we really care about the kids, doing good things for kids. And I think sincere, he does tell about the pedophile in Hollywood, but it's the way he's doing it. He's attacking dead people who can defend themselves. And now you got Richard Pryor's wife come out.
Best part of this interview, and what many of us have been saying, and the reason, or one of the reasons that we come out and we talk about this, he is attacking an individual, Corey Haim, who is not here to defend himself.
Quit this shit, Quincy Jones thing. This radical shit now people are saying. Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson stole this, and Richard Pryor was sleeping with Marlon Brando and Wyatt Confirmed. What's going on? Everybody attacking Harvey Weinstein. Let me tell you that. Harvey is the only man or woman that's going to ever do sexual assault for somebody. This been happening for centuries. All the way back to Alexander the Great and Caesar days. Homosexuality.
So,
everything.
So the whole...
So when you hear... Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna ask the whole thing about Corey Haim. The whole thing, everything hinges on Feldman saying, "This is what he told me. He pulled me aside that night. That did not happen."
But I'm gonna tell you something now, Bobby. And here's, I don't know if you have any kids or not.
I don't.
I have four sons. They're grown men. I'm a grandfather, 51 years old, 52 in October. My sons, if they ever sexual assault somebody, I'll be the first person they tell. Believe me. I'm a big boy. My son's a big boy. They're not a little boy. My middle boy is 6'3". My oldest son is 6'1". My middle one is 6 even. And my last one is 6'3". Or 250 plus, or at least 2 hours before God. They can handle themselves very well. Some have their father, World War III going to happen. Some have their dad. And if Corey come back and try to tell you me, my son will go beat Corey down. Seriously. Anybody who's standing in his way to get to him, they come to their father. So I love my son to death, and I wasn't there in life all the time with their mother, and she took them as young boys. But Corey had a son in his draft, and he was like, well, Corey, when you see him was there, I was helping him with his homework. Not Corey. I helped him with his homework. Once in a while, Corey get there and get his hands dirty. It was always me doing it. Or somebody else. I love my brother as a son. He's my own son. But that's just how I was. He didn't care about nothing but Corey Feldman. Then he dealt with this pedophile thing coming. You just made a movie. You didn't get no say from that movie. No money out of it. And you want to say, I need $10 million for another one? You just made one.
Here, DeAndre talks about how Corey Feldman just made a movie, and he is so right, but yet he's still out there fundraising, saying he needs $10 million for another movie. As we've all stated, he is really just holding names for ransom. He does not need money to make a movie. He does not need money to bring these names forward. As DeAndre Adams just said, Corey Feldman cares about Corey Feldman.
What you need $10 million for?
Yeah.
Oh, you need theatrical. I'm sorry. You need money to support your girl's drug habit. And all the other things you need money for. That's what you need that money for. So you can blow it on new cars and paying his rent, like catching his rent up. And if your mortgage is $4,000 or $5,000 a month, and you're not having money coming in, guess what? Your mortgage is backing up. Your rent is backing up. That $4,000 turns $8,000. $8,000 turns $12,000. $12,000 turns $15,000. See that $4,000. So you heard it. But you got money coming in. So what do you expect, folks?
Here's where this money is probably going, that people are giving to Corey on his fundraising sites. It is going to possibly drugs, to new cars, to legal bills. And once again, as DeAndre Adams just said, Corey Feldman cares about Corey Feldman.
Lawsuit. Lawsuit.
So there you have it, the interview done by Bobby Wolfe interviewing DeAndre Adams, who was Corey Feldman's ex-bodyguard. There was some eye-opening information in there regarding Corey Feldman and as well as the accusations he's made against Corey Haim. I invite everybody to go to Bobby Wolfe's YouTube page and see the second half of this eye-opening interview. Until next time, I will talk to you all later.